Hello there. My name is Andrea Lillard, and I am at Lillard Realty Group in South Fork, Colorado. Today, Robyn Webber, a dear friend of mine, are going to be discussing staging and why we think it's a handy-dandy part of real estate that many sellers don't take advantage of. Robyn, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm an implant here in South Fork. I've lived here about 7 years, and before I did that, I had a few other careers and lives, but I did work in staging for about 10 years in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and learned the value of it and learned a lot about how to work with people who needed their home staged and also how to help them earn a lot more money, and also the realtor.
Whenever you walk into a house for the first time with the intention of staging, what are some of your first ideas when you come in?
Elimination, I'm thinking about things that need to come down off walls. I'm thinking about balance. I'm thinking about their jewels that they have, and not necessarily rings and necklaces, but I'm thinking about the quality in the furniture, or just whatever I can see that can be played up, and then what I see that can be removed. And it's very fast process in my mind, because my mind goes very, very quickly. So probably the first thing I do is, once I go to work, is take everything just about off of the walls.
Yeah, okay. And you
And
mentioned,
counters.
yeah, the counters too.
Yes.
Kitchen, bathroom.
Maybe
Yes.
even beds.
Yeah, right?
Yes, depending on what needs done.
How does home staging affect the home sale, do you think?
Well, it can, if you have a lot of competition, the staged home sometimes can bring up to 20% more.
Mm-hmm.
It can go up to 70% faster.
Right.
There's just so many ways that it really, really helps. Your home is one of your biggest investments in life.
Yes.
So you want as much return on your investment as possible. And we all know that sometimes when we're trying to get a return, we have to go in beforehand and we have to make everything as perfect as we can.
Right.
That might cost a little money, but we get it back, and that's the way you have to think. You have to be brave.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be very brave.
I think so too. I think it's a painful process for many
It's
people.
very painful to spend all this money on what you think of as your home that you
Right.
don't get to live in.
Right.
But you have to look at it on the flip side and say, that's that much more money I get to take to the next home.
Right.
It's good to have everything deep cleaned, and
Yes.
those are things that you can do yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see yourself doing that, there are other people that need money, and you can help the economy and hire them.
Right.
And you'll feel better, and so will anybody who walks in your room
Mm-hmm.
and your
Agreed.
home. Elimination of any kind of distraction is very important.
Right.
And things that are distractions are coffee pots, toasters, microwaves,
Yes.
all these different kitchen utensils need to be put out of the way so someone can see your clean counter.
Mm-hmm.
You need to clean in your cabinets, because, and men go, I've never looked in a cabinet. Well, women
All of us.
always look in the cabinet and the refrigerator.
I was going to say the refrigerator too.
And in the cabinets under the sink.
Right.
We want to know where we're going to be putting our trash can, and where we're
Right.
going to be putting our hand towels and all these glasses and plates. So yes, keep it as decluttered as possible. I've gone so far as to have people buy new silverware so it
Mhm.
all matches when
Right.
they open up the door. These are good impressions to have.
Mhm. And I would go so far to say they're opening the oven as well.
Oh,
Yes.
that's big.
Yeah. I've even had one, this is no joke,
Whoa.
opened the dishwasher, went, I can smell something in there. I was like, yeah, I probably could too if I had my head in there.
Right,
But,
right.
you know, they're looking at your house with intentionality. I love what you said as far as removing all obstacles, for the negative. If we do that, we give a really nice platform for somebody to come into and see that this is a space that they could live in.
Yes.
It's not just earmarked for you as the seller alone, where your personality is proud and strong. So,
Well, we have to lose our egos,
Yeah, that's true.
because we're so proud of some of the things, and they've given us so much pleasure. But we have to remember, that may not give anybody else pleasure.
Right, this is true.
And so if we can do our very best to remove any kind of distraction, then we're way ahead of the game. And a lot of that is free.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
It's just elbow grease and time. So again, just to reiterate, if you're considering selling your house right now, I'd really challenge you to start thinking of your property as a product and think of it how a buyer might approach it. That is an awesome rule of thumb. And if you need extra counsel on this, or maybe you live in the area and you've been thinking, I'd like to have a refresher on my home. Robyn, would this be something that you can consult on?
Of course,
Okay.
of course. That's one of my favorite things to do. Is there's two different approaches that you take, and you don't take the same approach when you're decorating for someone as you do when you're decorating for buyers.
Right.
And one of my favorite things to do when I'm decorating for someone specifically is to find out what they like and push that to a new area that will leave them feeling delighted.
Thank you for the time that you've given us today. And don't forget about us, that is, here at Lillard Realty Group. I'm here to help you with any of your real estate needs. You have a blessed day. Look forward to meeting you soon. Take care.